So here we are in Fusion. We're going to insert a canvas, which is your photo. We're going to pick the front because that's just the easiest. We can go hit OK because that doesn't matter. Go over to Canvas, right click, Calibrate. You want to click on the top of your image and roughly on the bottom. And then it's in millimeters, so 90 millimeters is 3.5 inches. Mouse wheel to zoom out. Then we'll go create sketch on the same front face. And then we're going to hit fit point spline. And then we just slowly trace the image. It does not have to be technical. When you hit a part that turns, we're going to just hit the check mark. And that will finish off the line and let us make a new one. A big thing to remember is sharp points don't work out the best. So just try and keep it smooth and not too precise because it doesn't matter in the end. So we're just going to go all the way around. If you find one that you don't like where it is, you can just hit Control Z. It'll undo your last click. The nice thing about this is it kind of smooths out in between your points, so you don't have to worry about being super accurate, because it will just smooth it all out in the end. We're just going to continue around. Until the entire thing is traced. And once you get back to where you start, you're going to want to click on your original point. And that just lost it for me. So we're going to go back from here, find point spline, and start going again. Because I hit undo and it didn't save the line. So I'll just slowly trace it, trace it. I'm just using my mouse wheel to zoom in and out. And there's the original. So once we click there, hit the check mark, and it will close the whole thing. So now we can hide the canvas because we don't need to look at the picture anymore. And there is our ugly trace. So we're going to hit O for offset and click the line. So I usually do my first blade 1 millimeter, and then my second blade I do 2 millimeters, and then the handle I make 5, so we're going to have to go 7 for that. So you'll see it has this big spot here, so we're going to hit offset again, go to our original line. This time we're going to do 5 instead of 7, just to give this little extra area. So they were all done, nothing left to do with the stitch, it's finished. So we're going to hit finish, there's all of our gaps. So we can double click on the 5 line that we used to make that one, and we can just delete, and then we can double click on the 7 one here, and we can hit delete as well. To get rid of this stupid box all the time, you can just hide origin, and there's our beautiful image. So we're going to hit E for extrude. I make my handles 5 millimeters, and then every time you extrude it will hide the sketch, so you have to show the sketch again to be able to see it. And then for my secondary blade, I make that 16 millimeters, and the main cutting I make 20 millimeters. And then this little part right here, we're going to make that the same size as the handle, just to keep everything strong and together. So it's going to be extrude, and we'll make that 5 millimeters as well. And there you go, you have your cookie cutter. Now if you want the rounded edges, you can hit F for fillet, and you can go around and select all of your outside lines like this. And then I like to make it 2 millimeters. Since our handle's 5, it leaves a nice little section in the front, and you can do the same on the back. So F for fillet, go around, pick all your bottom edges, and we'll make that 2 millimeters as well. And there you have it. You just made a cookie cutter in Fusion.